Get ready to explore the most captivating and immersive PlayStation open-world games ever created as we count down the top 20 of all time. Number 20. Death Stranding. Death Stranding envisions a post-apocalyptic world devoid of human civilization. While peppered with a couple of settlements, this version of Earth largely consists of a barren wasteland, and the game specifically concentrates on instilling a sense of isolation through its gameplay and presentation. Tasked with delivering packages across the United States, Sam also sets out to install a communication network in an attempt to start humanity's recovery. Death Stranding is the definition of an acquired taste. The campaign has an almost contemplative pacing, all the while delivering splashes of Kojima's trademark storytelling. With its unique gameplay style that focuses on traversal and exploration, Death Stranding is a must-play for anyone looking for an unconventional open-world experience. Number 19. Far Cry 3. The Far Cry franchise has gotten a bit long in the tooth in recent years, and the series has struggled to fully recreate the magic of its third main entry. Far Cry 3 represents the pinnacle of the Ubisoft formula, an open-world game that expertly blends addictive gameplay with memorable characters and busy work that feels rewarding. The FPS takes place on Rook Islands, a gorgeous tropical paradise that is not that welcoming of outsiders. The simple act of exploring this terrain is a joy, and the open world is big without being overwhelming. Overall, Far Cry 3 is a fan favorite that continues to be beloved for its engaging gameplay and unforgettable experience. Number 18. Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is a painfully gorgeous game set during the 13th century in Japan. After becoming occupied by Mongols, Tsushima Island evolves into a war zone as Japanese rebels try to strike at the invaders. You take on the role of a samurai who fails to protect his master, but is given an opportunity to make things right when he avoids death. As one of the last surviving samurai, you rise from the ashes to fight back. But honorable tactics won't lead you to victory. You must move beyond your samurai traditions to forge a new way of fighting. The game's world is lavish, reasonably big, and filled with gripping content that is just waiting to be discovered. Even though the main story is nothing to write home about, the title makes up for it with an incredible setting. Number 17. Hogwarts Legacy. Harry Potter's universe has always seemed like the perfect fit for an expansive game, and Hogwarts Legacy takes advantage of that potential. Unlike most other adaptations, this game takes place a century prior to Harry's tale, a decision that permits players to create their own stories rather than rethread an established one. Cast as a latecomer to Hogwarts' student body, players join one of the four houses and set out to explore the school's iconic grounds, along with other famous areas introduced in the books and movies. Hogwarts Legacy does have a relatively lengthy main storyline, but the game also encourages players to deviate from the beaten path. Immersion is a big selling point of most open-world games, and Avalanche absolutely nails this aspect. For longtime fans of the franchise, Hogwarts Legacy is a dream come true that finally allows them to become wizards and witches. Number 16. Outer Wilds. Stuck within a 22-minute time loop punctuated by a star-going supernova, Outer Wilds' protagonist must traverse a solar system to find the cause behind the catastrophe. This process involves jumping on a ship and visiting a couple of planets in search of clues. In the meantime, players might run into a few NPCs who are minding their own business and, perhaps, living their best lives. Despite the premise's urgency, Outer Wilds has quite a relaxed tone since exploration is the name of the game here. As information is learned about the time loop, players get to immerse themselves briefly in the worlds they visit, all of which have something unique to offer. Number 15. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. All of the recent Assassin's Creed titles have been excellent open-world games, but Assassin's Creed Valhalla is definitely one to check out. Building on the improvements made with Assassin's Creed Origins and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which are both also very worth your time, Valhalla takes you to the Dark Ages, traveling across England as Viking Ivor to find a new home for your clan. Build your settlement, meet new friends, forge new allyships, dabble in politics, and do a heck of a lot of exploring to find the secrets and treasures lurking in Old England. With a massive open world to explore and a combat system that has been refined over the years, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is one of the best open-world games on PlayStation. Number 14. No Man's Sky. When No Man's Sky launched, it was missing features and was full of bugs. Multiplayer was among the missing features. Now, developer Hello Games has delivered on their promises by adding multiplayer among other things. The difference between what No Man's Sky was when it launched and what it is now is a night and day difference. Open-world exploration in No Man's Sky is spectacular. The game's scale is so large that it is impossible to traverse. Only traveling between star systems is a thrill, and it is one of the most realistic interplanetary travel games ever made. Number 13. Subnautica. Subnautica and its sequel Below Zero stand out from other open-world projects due to their environments. Except for a few locations, the games largely take place underwater, a creative decision that pays off beautifully. Set on an alien planet, Subnautica is a survival game that encourages the player to explore the sea to their heart's content. This journey produces both gorgeous vistas and nightmarish encounters while simultaneously revealing snippets of lore and plot beats. Reflecting the studio's name, Unknown Worlds crafted a constantly unpredictable sandbox that truly comes across as alien. Both Subnautica titles are great, but newcomers should start with the first game before moving on to Below Zero. Number 12. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Assassin's Creed has an impressive track record when it comes to crafting sandboxes based on historical time periods, even if not every game is a masterpiece. Ubisoft's franchise has produced quite a few epics, quite a few of which would not look out of place among the best open-world games. That said, the series may have peaked with Assassin's Creed 4. The pirate-themed adventure takes players to the West Indies and delivers a unique experience even within its own franchise. This game was so successful that fans have been clamoring for Ubisoft to return to the sea ever since. Number 11. Yakuza 0. Sega's Like a Dragon franchise has mastered the art of crafting small but dense cities that deliver immersion without over-relying on realism. Yakuza 0 is generally regarded as the license's best game, and it features 2 different cities. These maps can be traversed in a few minutes, but they feel far bigger since each street is packed with mini-games, side quests, stores, and enemies. Along with a stellar open world, Yakuza 0 tells an awesome story that balances action, character growth, tragedy, and epicness. Furthermore, the optional quests do a splendid job of highlighting different aspects of the cities that might otherwise go unnoticed. Everything combines to create a world oozing with personality and substance. Number 10. Marvel's Spider-Man. Developer Insomniac Games' rendering of New York City is the closest representation that players have seen of the city in gaming yet. Touring through real-life locations like Central Park is both overwhelming and awe-inspiring. Open-world exploration in Marvel's Spider-Man is a contender for the most fun of all time, as the simple act of swinging through the air is an absolute delight. Future open-world games can learn a lot from Spider-Man for PlayStation 4. Although it is possible to fast travel in the game, the city is so detailed and immersive that most players won't want to. It will be a while before players forget the brilliance put into Spider-Man for PlayStation 4. Number 9. Fallout 4. Through a series of updates, there were significant improvements made to the gameplay of Fallout 4. It is set in a post-apocalyptic world like the other Fallout games. As the sole survivor of Vault 111, you enter a world destroyed by nuclear war. Every second is a fight for survival, and every choice is yours. Only you can rebuild and determine the fate of the wasteland. Using the Pip-Boy is an intuitive way of finding one's way around Fallout 4's expansive and barren wasteland. On their expedition, players will find remnants of the old world and many vaults that only add to the immersion of Fallout 4's fantastic open world. Number 8. Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the most recognizable open-world games on the PlayStation 4. Players are immersed in a world where robotic dinosaurs run rampant and humans are brought back to their primitive state. As protagonist Aloy, players embark on a journey to defeat the machines and prevent them from wiping out humanity. This is one of the most spectacular open-world games to launch on the PlayStation 4. Horizon Zero Dawn continues to surprise at every turn, which is why many consider Horizon Zero Dawn to be a must-play game. Horizon Forbidden West continues Aloy's story as she ventures toward the titular zone in search of information regarding a plague that is spreading across the world. Bigger and generally better, the sequel takes everything that worked in its predecessor and expands on it, including open-world exploration. Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West are both fantastic, and that is especially the case when it comes to their worlds. These games feature stunning environments filled with monstrous creatures and impressive social hubs. If you are enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Number 7. Minecraft. Minecraft is inescapable. The game has been around for more than a decade, and at this point, it is starting to seem like Minecraft will continue to exist until the end of days. Considering the unrestricted freedom provided by its sandbox, the game's potential is only capped by a player's imagination, and its community has proven time and again that the sky is the limit. Obviously, Minecraft does not strive to be a realistic sim, and the game does not have a massive map filled with lively cities and secrets to be discovered. However, Mojang provides users with the tools they need to create their own worlds. Millions of people around the world play Minecraft because the sandbox game embraces creativity in a way that feels reminiscent of things like Lego. Minecraft is only limited by a player's imagination, and as the last decade has proven, some people have no limits. Number 6. Grand Theft Auto 5. Open-world exploration in the critically acclaimed Grand Theft Auto 5 is more than most players could ask for. The expansive fictional city of Los Santos contains plenty of intricacies that keep players engaged for hours on end. This is Rockstar Games' most realistic Grand Theft Auto game, and bargain hunters can buy it for cheap now that it's been out for a while. Although the cars, people, and places are fictional, their creations were often inspired by the real world, with many iconic Los Angeles locations showing up throughout Los Santos. This game about stealing cars could be the most realistic open-world game. Number 5. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. There are few games as expansive or rich in story as Skyrim. The game's longevity lies in its ability to immerse players in a fully realized world that makes exploration fun and satisfying. The combat might be a bit dated compared to more recent RPGs, but the game makes up for it through customization and build options. Despite being surpassed in several aspects, there is no doubt that Skyrim remains one of the most comprehensive open-world games to date. Even after more than a decade since its initial release, Skyrim continues to maintain an impressive number of daily active players on all platforms. Number 4. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Going in with all guns blazing isn't everyone's cup of tea, so if you're thirsting for a stealth action open-world game, Metal Gear Solid 5 should be your hot beverage of choice. Encouraging non-lethal playing styles rather than killing indiscriminately, the degree to which all the different systems interweave is astonishing, and you're free to roam and dispatch enemy soldiers however you see fit. Some players were taken aback by the Phantom Pain storytelling, which was scattered throughout the game rather than focused. Open world is not something familiar to the Metal Gear Solid series, and it would seem as if the storytelling suffered. Metal Gear Solid 5 is a masterpiece in its own right. The sense of realism is above and beyond. Love it or hate it, The Phantom Pain is one of the most realistic open-world games of all time. Number 3. Elden Ring. Elden Ring successfully expands and opens up the Dark Souls formula, a transition that somehow retains nearly all the strengths of the latter while introducing plenty of new reasons for fans to get excited. Set within the harrowing lands between, players are left to their own devices as they explore towering castles, hidden underground cities, and battlefields soaked in blood. Elden Ring's map is quite expansive, and it offers not just quantity and density but also quality and variety. Epic bosses, strange side quests, fascinating lore, and all the equipment one could want are waiting to be discovered in the lands between. Number 2. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The perfect game for those who love hunting down and slaying abhorrent monsters. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt places the player once more into the boots of the White Wolf. He's a renowned witcher in the Northern Realms who often have quite a variety of adventures besides the usual fiend killing. One can enjoy card games and dialogue-based intrigues. With lots to see and do, this action RPG feels almost like a life simulation game, one that has great dark fantasy elements in addition to well-designed and balanced combat. Some boss battles are intense beyond words, and the quality of the game's side quests is far ahead of any other RPG released around or after 2015. Although not as diverse or gorgeous as some other environments, The Witcher 3's world is dense, immersive, and authentic to the franchise's lore. And finally, number 1, Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar is arguably the leading developer when it comes to open-world projects and might take its time developing a new one, but the company tends to make the wait worth it. Red Dead Redemption 2 set an extremely high bar that the entire industry will struggle to surpass. Set around the start of the 20th century prior to 2010's Red Dead Redemption, which is also one of the greatest open-world games of all time, the Western game brings to life a long-gone era of American history, guiding players through an array of detailed cities and landscapes that will effortlessly teleport them to a time when outlaws were part of everyday life. Rockstar prioritized realism when crafting this game, and that extends to the protagonist's controls, the gameplay mechanics, and the world's presentation. Narratively, this game is a masterpiece with precious few peers. And that was our top 20 open-world games of all time. Make sure to check out our other PlayStation videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.